morning, everybody. What I would like to talk to you about today is the iReady Diagnostic that we are going to be working on this week for math. So there are some things we are going to be covering. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is that we're going to cover things to know about the iReady Diagnostic. We're going to talk about what to expect, some tips and things to remember. So we are taking the iReady Diagnostic because it helps me know what you already know in math and what you need to know next. Okay, so a diagnostic is kind of figuring out exactly where you are with math and the different areas of math, so I can tailor my teaching specifically for that. And the diagnostic is important because it helps me and it helps you make the best use of your learning time. So we're not going over things you already know, and we're not doing things that are too hard. So show what you know. Try your best so you can show what you've learned. With iReady, we're actually going to use iReady all year. And so there are going to be some teacher-assigned lessons that are things that I'm going to have you do because I think that's what you're up to next. There's also My Path, which is what iReady itself, the program, determines that you could do next too. So there's a couple of different options. And so if you do your best on the diagnostic, that gives us a really clear picture of where you are. We need a true picture of where you are. So iReady is an adaptive test. That means depending on how you answer one question, it will depend which question they give you next. So some questions are going to be hard, and some questions are going to be easy, and some questions are going to be just right. So in the spring, you were learning from home. So this is a really good opportunity for me to see what you learned about math from home and exactly where you are coming into fourth grade math. This test is adaptive. You should try your best, but know that you are going to get questions you don't know how to answer. If anybody in the whole wide world took this test, they're going to get questions they don't know how to answer. That's how the test works. So try your best. Don't rush. Try not to spend too long on any one question. You are going to see questions that you don't know how to answer because you haven't learned them yet, and that's okay. You just choose what you think is the best answer and move on. You're going to log into Clever. So step one, you can either log into Clever through Canvas on our homepage. There's the Clever icon. Or you can go open a new tab and go to Edmund's Bookmarks, and there is Clever login there. When the Clever box pops up, you need to enter in your full email. So your 5-digit first 5 letters of your last name, then your first name, then the 3 numbers, and then the @edmonds15.org. Then the same password for every student is TEST, T-E-S-T. Once you have logged into Clever, you will see there is a Mrs. Schofield owl at the top of the page. If you click on that, it will open class resources. And there you can see the iReady icon is a cube with green on one side, blue on the other, and orange on the top. So that is how you get to iReady. Once you log in, you're going to see a screen that might offer you reading or math, and of course you're going to click on math. Then it's going to say My Path, and there's going to be a green box with Math Diagnostic written on it, and you're going to click that green box. You're going to watch a video, and there are some tools to help you do the assessment, like counters, 10 frames, number lines. You are going to have to click on each of those and watch a short video about them on every single one of the tools. You cannot move on and start the test until you've watched all of the information about the tools. It's going to ask you if you're working in the school building today. If you are taking the diagnostic at school, you would click yes. If you're taking it at home, you'd click no. You're going to click no because you're taking the diagnostic at home. And then you're going to click the green continue button. We may have time to watch a video about this in class. Just take your time and don't rush. Read each question carefully. Have your math journal, math notebook, and a pencil handy so that you can work out any equations or any questions or anything that you just need some scratch paper for. Okay, if you need some help, it helps to write things down and work things out before you put your answer in. If you get a question you don't know, you've just got to try. You can't move on to the next question until you put an answer in, so you're just going to have to give it a shot, okay? It's just like at school when you're doing a test. your family can't tell you the answer. If they do, the test thinks you know how to do that, and it will give you another harder question. And then I will think that you know how to do a certain thing in math when really you don't, and it's going to be a lot harder for you. So we need to be honest about your work here during the diagnostic. You can ask for help in the breakout room, and I will come into your breakout room and help you with any technology questions or questions about the test, but I can't help you with the math problems, okay? Please just check your work before you go to the next thing. At the end of the diagnostic, you will get a report. I will get a report, and we're going to talk about it together. It's going to show where a typical fourth grader is in different areas in math, and where you are, and what you're really strong in, and what your growth goals will be. And we're going to talk about that together, and your families will also get a copy. So just remember, take your time, try every question, don't rush, do your best. You got this.